Hello and welcome to official Formula PlayStation coverage. My name's aarava and today we're going to be introducing you to Formula PlayStation The Championship Season 2 on F1 2013. We've got 16 drivers this season with 8 teams and a full 19 round custom calendar, so that doesn't get a bit too boring. It's run by aarava and today we're going to kick off Season 2 with the pre-season race at Germany at the Nürburgring. But a few things have changed. It's a new game, obviously, new physics and some new drivers and a reshuffle of the team. So we're going to be taking you through that. Also, the custom calendar, we've changed it up so that we get a nice mixture of the calendar. But after a successful Season 1 on F1 2012 where Mini Cheddars won the championship, we're back for Season 2 on F1 2013 and I simply can't wait to commentate on the first race. So, let's get on towards the calendar. As I mentioned before, we've got a custom 19-round calendar for Formula PlayStation Season 2. Let's take you through it. So we start off in the Middle East with Bahrain, and then we hop over to Malaysia, and then Japan. Then we move for a brief stint in Europe, Spain, Italy, Monaco, and Germany. Then we hop over to the American side where we've got Canada and USA. And we come back to the east where we've got Korea and China and India. Then we come back for a second European stint at Great Britain, Belgium and Hungary. And then move over to Singapore, hop down to Australia, and then go back to Brazil, and then Abu Dhabi, which will be the final race. It's a long season, and it's going to be tough for all the drivers. It's a new game. They're all going to have to get used to it, and everyone's going to get faster and faster. So, we've got some new drivers, and we've reshuffled the teams. Let's take a look. For Infinity Red Bull Racing, we've got Boss 9062 and Tom 97 Feinstraat. For McLaren Mercedes, we've got Hyperdix and aarava. For Caterham, we've got Liam at Thurso and Nick FR12. For Toro Rosso, we've got Cal HD1 and Neo Blitz. For Mercedes AMG, Nat and Dragon Sniper. For Force India, the reigning world champion, Mini Cheddars and Carter Joyce. In Williams, Owen TQ128 and Snoop Markey. And finally, for Sauber, Little Paul 78 and Mark Mayweather. So, we've got a few new drivers, we've got some familiar faces coming back for Season 2, and we've still got the regular old fast drivers who are going to be bouting for the Drivers' Championship. But also, we've got some very even teams here, which will really spice up the Constructors' fight, as usually this is a bit less important, but hopefully this will be just as important to everyone. So, let's get on to the pre-season race today. Here we go. Here we are for the pre-season race of Formula PlayStation. We've got 2 tiers in Formula PlayStation this year, if you didn't know. We've got Formula 1 and GP2. We'll only be bringing you coverage of Formula 1 though. And so today we're here at Nürburgring, the Green Hell. We've got 30 laps around here. It's a 50% race around this really tricky circuit, the 16-turn circuit in Germany. Track length of 5.148 kilometers and a full race distance of 154.44 kilometers. Tyre options available are the softs, the mediums, the intermediates and the wets. And so this should be a really tricky race. Although we're not at the Green Hell layout, this circuit is still nonetheless challenging, and there's plenty of room for errors and some good room for really nice overtakes. And so really, it's going to be an interesting race. We've got a new game, obviously new physics, new dynamics. The dynamic weather has been touched up a lot to make it more interesting. We've also got tyre scaling in this year's game, so that means we'll get plenty of pit stops this time. No one-stoppers really. It's at least going to be 2 stops, and definitely for Germany it's going to be a 3-stop race at least. So it should be a very interesting race. Let's get on to the qualifying report.
Welcome to the first qualifying comparison of Season 2 of Formula PlayStation at the Nürburgring with aarava and Cal HD1, both on the option compound tyres for a lap around this great circuit. Using DRS now where one of the 2 is for the race, down towards turn number 1 at about 190 miles an hour, braking at the 50-meter board, dropping into first gear, hitting that apex nicely from the pair of them. As they come towards turn 2, this long sweeping left-hander in 3rd gear, Cal drops it into 4th early towards turn 3. aarava's gone slightly wide, while Cal's taking the beautiful line, which would give him a great exit out of turn 4 onto this little straight, and now coming towards turn number 5. As you can see, Cal is ahead slightly at this point, as they're going to now go into turn 5, now taking it in 5th gear, taking it nicely in towards forward curve, dropping it into 2nd gear, both of them slightly getting a good exit, now towards the Dunlop curve, one of the famous corners around this track. You're going to drop it just when you see a bit of concrete on the left hand side, dropping into 2nd gear. aarava's gone slightly wide, while Cal's taking it beautifully up the hill, then using curves towards the Schumacher S, completely flat in 5th gear, where Cal took it in 6th, coming toward now the Kemuel curve, As there at this point, look at that. Cal is now already half a second up already on aarava, as they're going to drop it now into 4th gear. But aarava's dropped it to 3rd. Now going into the bit curve, taking it flat in 4th gear, using where all your curves and the second DRS line, coming towards the chicane corner, the key corner to get right here. As they're going to drop it now into 1st gear. aarava's taking a very wide line where Cal's taking aggressively and brilliantly towards the Coca-Cola curve, the final corner in 3rd gear. Cal's taking it nicely. aarava's gone down to 2nd, and Cal will set a 128.6, where aarava is a full second back, and that is the qualifying comparison for the first round of Formula PlayStation. And now aarava's going to take you through the running order for the race.
Thank you, Ryan, for that qualifying comparison. So here are the full results of qualifying for Formula PlayStation, the preseason race here at Germany. We've got on pole Tom 97 Feinstraat in his Red Bull with a 128.153 on the option tyres, and the whole grid actually went on options, as we're getting forecast for 97% chance of rain, so everyone opted to go on the option tyres. We've got Season 1 champion of Formula PlayStation, Mini Cheddars, in 2nd place on the 1st row alongside Tom in his Force India, only 1.5 tenths just about behind him. We've got 3rd place Cal HD. We've got runner-up of Season 1 Hyperdix in 4th place in the Mclaren now. We've got newcomers Nat, Neo and Liam at Thurso in 5th, 6th and 7th respectively. We've got aarava in 8th place in his McLaren, partnering Hyperdix this season. Little Paul 78 in 9th place. Another newcomer, Mark My Weber in the Sauber in 10th place. Owen TQ 128 in 11th place in his Williams. Boss 96 in the other Red Bull, down in 12th place, quite some way about from his teammate Tom 97. Although Boss is not used to PS3 racing, he's usually a PC racer. Neek FR12 in the Caterham in 13th place. Snoop Markey down in 14th. He couldn't use his wheel for this race. He had to use his pad, so that's why he's quite a bit 4.6 behind pole. And 15th place Dragon Sniper, another newcomer to the league in the Mercedes AMG. So it's been a very close qualifying at the top indeed, and it's going to be a very interesting race to see who's got the pace around here at Germany. So let's get on to the race. It's race time, and we're here at Nürburgring, Germany. We've got overcast weather, 97% chance of rain, although it's not started raining yet. We've got Tom 97 Feinstraat on pole. Everyone's used option tyres to qualify on, and they've got to start on those worn tyres. It should be a very, very interesting race. Pre-season to see who's got the pace. Maybe some people might be experimenting with some stuff ahead of round 1, but we'll have to see. So, here we go. We're revving up to 5 red lights. And so here we go. Look, but never stare. And we're going to 5 red lights, and they're going to light up their rears. And here we go for Formula PlayStation pre-season, and we're on board with aarava, and he's had a great start. He's getting past the Toro Rosso of Neo Blitz and the Caterham of Liam at Thurso, using a chunk of curves there down to the first corner. It's been very clean indeed for the top runners, and aarava's going side by side with Nat. Hyperdix and Cal going side by side. Looks like Tom is ahead of Mini Cheddars at the first stages of this race. Still going side by side with Nat though, aarava, and Cal and Hyperdix just tapped each other, but Cal has got ahead of Hyperdix into 3rd place, and Hyperdix is going to try and maybe look down the inside, but he's going to tuck in now behind Cal for 4th place, and Nat is going to try and make a move on aarava side by side, makes a nice diving move. It's a very lovely move there at the beginning of the Grand Prix. Everyone's being a bit cautious here, and Nat, that was a pretty easy move for Nat, I think, up into 5th place, and aarava down to 6th. But now we're looking at a replay of the start from Boss 96's view, and so we're going to 5 red lights from his view, and he's using a bit of curves here, and he's getting an okay start. Nice traction there. He's going along now. He's in 12th place right now. Owen on the left there is looking up, and he's, oh god, he's been swiped, and Boss has lost his front wing there. That's terrible for him. And so it looks like Owen just didn't see Boss there, but also at the same time it looks like there was quite oversensitive contact engine there from the game to send Boss spinning into the wall. So very unfortunate there, and later on into the lap he gets into the gravel, obviously having no downforce due to the front wing. So that's really a bad start for Boss. He's going to have to try and make his way up, although it's a 50% race, so there's plenty of time to do that here in a 50% race. So getting back to the action, we've got Cal being chased by Hyperdix, and Cal going to the next corner. He's locked up badly, and Hyperdix has taken 3rd place off him. Nat's looking at the back of Cal now, and aarava's keeping up with them onto this end of lap 1. And so they're going down this long straight, aarava using the rest of his curves. It looks like Cal's desperately trying to get the place back from Hyperdix. Nat's just waiting around, waiting maybe for Cal to make a mistake, and he locks up quite badly there. But Cal's still in the back of Hyperdix, and Liam at third, so it looks like he's on the back of Aarava, but Nat is still going to continue on. Looks like the pack of 3 there is getting away from Aarava, and looks like up front Tom and Mini Cheddars are very closely together on the mini-map, as you can see there. Looks like they're getting away from that 3-pack. But as we can see, Boss is making his pit stop on lap 1. He's going to change that front wing, obviously, and get that downforce back. And it's going to be interesting to see what tyres he goes on. And it looks like he actually started on the prime tyres, so he might have changed tyres. As he was outside the top 10, obviously, so he might have changed that, or we might have just not spotted that he was on the prime tyres, so that also might be a cause to why he was quite off the pace in qualifying. But nonetheless, he's made the pit stop, and he's down into last place, but he's got a long all race. I should say little Paul disconnected as we were starting the race, so very unfortunate for him. He had this problem in Season 1 of Formula PlayStation. Really unfortunate to see that he's just having connection issues to anyone we use as host. Last year, Aarava hosted. This year, Boss996 is going to be hosting until Codemasters sort out the issue with hosting. But it seems Little Paul's still having some bad luck. But we're on to lap 3 now. Aarava's put it down to lean mix, and it looks like he's just waiting for Liam Atherso to overtake him. It was kind of inevitable. Liam Atherso, I think he's got DRS there, and so Aarava putting him down to lean mix, saving some fuel while he's being overtaken. Quite a smart move there, actually, to save fuel while he's being overtaken so that he can use it again against Liam Atherso, maybe later on into the lap. So he's going to follow him quite closely here in the Caterham. And so, oh god, getting very close there. But actually, you know, they've really fixed the issue with the lag bubble this season. Really good to see that you can get really close to the cars now, as you could on last year. You couldn't on last year's game, as you could potentially lag bowl someone. So very good to see in this new game that you can get really close, some really nice close action racing here. But as Aarava's trying to follow Liam Atherso, the top runners are really getting away from them. We've got the 2-pack of Tom97 Feinstrat and Mini Cheddars really getting away from the 3, that is Cal HD, Hyperdix and Nat. But as we can see there, Liam went really wide there on the hairpin, and Aarava's closing up really fast now. He should have DRS as we come through to the detection point soon, just about now, there it is. The detection point there as we just went past, and now he should have DRS, but Liam's gone really wide there on the left-hander, and so onto the straight. Aarava should get a great run. He's going to use all his curves, I'm guessing, and with DRS wide open, and he's going to save a bit for the pit straight, but he's going to get past Liam, I think, side by side right now. Aarava's going to stay to the inside, defend his line, and he's going to go through to the hairpin, and he's going to get 6th place there from Liam. So a nice overtaking move there from the McLaren man. And so he's going to go onto the pit straight. We've got Nat up ahead, a few seconds ahead. So Aarava's going to try and chase down them. But obviously on the worn option tyres, it's not good. But as we can see, there are a few spits of rain. So it might start to rain here. So it will be interesting to see what strategy people make up. But whoa, Boss making a lovely move on Dragon Sniper there for 12th place. I completely didn't expect that. A really lovely move there down to the hairpin. And so on lap 5, Cal HD is deciding to pit. Look at those options. Really worn. Bright red on the fronts and orange on the rears, really getting warm there. So it looks like he's going to pit early. He's going to go for another. No, he was going to go for options, but now he's decided to go for prime. So yeah, interesting. I thought he might have gone for option tyres to maybe if it starts raining, but obviously on this game they've tweaked it a bit so it doesn't kind of downpour straight away, which is much better, much more realistic. So Cal's thinking to go on the primes and just maybe push the tyres, take the life out of them, because I think it might start getting really quite heavy rain maybe in about a few laps time, so we'll have to see. But going on to the end of lap 6, Cal on these new fresh primes, he's going to overtake Liam Atherso on those worn options. Looks like Liam's going to go wide anyway on those worn options, and Cal's got past for 6th place. So you know, obviously on this game with the tyre scaling, no match. New tyres are no, old tyres are no match for new tyres, really. As we can see here on lap 6, Boss has gone wide, and that's allowing Mark Weber to get ahead of him. So Boss maybe struggling on those prime tyres, is getting a bit greasy on the track, maybe getting a bit slippery, and Boss is still getting used to the game. And obviously now here onto lap 7, Cal's got the DRS and Kurz on Owen 128 down the main straight, and he's got DRS wide open. He's gone purple sector after pitting, and he's going to get through to 5th place. So Cal really going really well on these new prime tyres, working a treat for him. So Tom97 Feinstrat, he's in the lead right now. So Mini Cheddars has obviously pitted already. So Tom has decided to stay out with Hyperdix, I think that is. And so Tom's going to stay out onto lap 9, and look at those tyres, so worn, and Hyperdix behind him has opted to stay out as well. And those tyres are really getting warm. Tom puts up his brake balance to neutral. And it looks here like Hyperdix got the DRS, he's getting the slipstream, and he's going down the inside of Tom, and it's an easy move there for Hyperdix down into up into first place, should I say, and Tom down into 2nd place. Tom, no match with those really worn tyres. And so now it looks like Aarava's gone completely wide, having to cut the chicane there, and he's going to dive into the pit, so it looks like his tyres are gone on lap 8 on those option tyres, and Cal is going to stream past, so maybe a bad idea for Tom and aarava to stay out on those option tyres for longer than at least 6 laps, because they're really getting worn. So aarava, it's going to be interesting to see what tyre he puts on. Let's see. He's going to put on the prime tyres. So like Cal, he's seen what Cal was doing, has copied his strategy to go on the prime tyres, and he's going to try and take the life out of those tyres until it starts to really rain, and we might have to put on those intermediates. 97% chance of rain, so it is basically a guarantee that we will have to use the intermediate tyres. It was really just a question of when we would have to use them. As you can see, spits of rain here, so definitely we might have to use them in the next, I would say, maybe 2 or 3 laps, we'll have to see. So, back down on lap 8, Boss is in 12th place. He's going up towards, I think that's Neo Blitz there, and I think that's Neek FR12, and they're coming through there, and Neo has lost the rear or the front, and it looks like he's on the option tyre still, so he's opted to try and stay out as well on those options, losing grip there and going wide. So Boss is into 11th place now, opening the DRS, and he will try and get on the back of Neek. But here, as you can see, 50% race, Boss is coming back at them. He's got more pace than some of these guys at the bottom, so he's going to try and get some good points maybe still. So we'll have to see how that goes. But will he be pitting? I don't think so. I think he's going to continue on. And so on to lap 9. Cal is closing up on the back of Nat. And it looks like Tom has finally decided to come into the pits. He's seen it. He's come to his senses. He's going to come into the pits onto lap 10. Those options must be really worn. I can't imagine what he must have been feeling like with those option tyres on. But looks like he's going to go straight onto the intermediates, Tom. So Tom making a bold move straight onto the intermediate tyres. Lap 10. I don't think it's wet enough, is it? It doesn't look wet enough for intermediates, but Tom's going to make this gamble. Let's see if it works for him. He's down 5th place currently, and he's going on to the intermediate. So this is going to be a huge gamble. Down to 6th place as aarava goes past. So this is going to be a huge gamble for Tom to see if he will gain places. I mean, it doesn't really look that wet. I mean, he's going horribly wide there onto turn 1. And Owen and Snoop Markey, I think that is. Oh, Mike Weber. No, I think that was Liam Thurso, sorry. So Liam Thurso overtook him there around turn 2. So really not wet enough yet for Tom. But Cal onto lap 10. He's got the DRS wide open on that. He's going to try and make a move down the inside. And he's going to make it stick. Yes, he is. He's going to defend hard from that there. And he's up into 1st place here. Cal is leading the Grand Prix currently as he has stayed out on those prime tyres. And coming through onto lap 11, there's been some sort of contact between Nat and I think that was Snoop Markey. Snoop Markey using a pad for this race. Unfortunately, he doesn't have his wheels, so maybe there might have been a bit of contact there. But we don't have any footage, so we can't really call in any Stewart's inquiry to that. So we're just going to have to let it be and give everyone the benefit of the doubt. It's a pre-season race, so there is room for errors here. Everyone's getting used to the game. As you can see, Cal's gone horribly over the grass there on the chicane, and it's getting a bit wet now. And so on to the next lap, Cal is going to come in for the intermediate tyres. So he's had enough of those primes, and there's no more grip there. And so he's going to come on for the intermediate tyres. So he's in 1st place right now. aarava's in 2nd. Mini Cheddar's in 3rd. So we're going to have to see how the order shapes up here as he comes in for his pit stops for the intermediate tyres. Not too sure if other people are coming in at the same time as Cal. We'll have to see. But he's going on to those intermediate tyres. And it's a good pit stop. The standard pit stop really around 3 seconds. And so Cal, it looks like he's going to stay in the lead. So Cal HD1. No. Sorry there. Got a bit ahead of myself. And Mini Cheddar's powers past. So it actually did look like Cal was through and through leading the race. But Mini Cheddar's just about got past. So I spoke too early there, really. But aarava on lap 12. He's going to come in now for the intermediate tyres. So I spoke way too early there, as I didn't see Mini Cheddar's coming through on the mini-map. So he dived into 1st place. So Cal into 2nd. So still good for him to be in 2nd at this stage in the race. Cal really, he didn't get any bad luck last season, but he just couldn't manage to, get consistent podiums and even that elusive race win. So he'll be really gunning to try and get his 1st race win in a league race, really, on this game. So aarava has made his pit stop for the intermediate tyres. He's going to come out, I think, in in 5th place. Yes, just behind his teammate Hyperlix, ahead of Nat, crucially. So this is really good for aarava. He's jumped Nat in the pit somehow. Actually, not somehow. Actually, we saw Nat had a collision there. But surely he'll want to try and stay ahead at this stage. So now we've got all the way to lap 17. And Boss onto lap 18, sorry. He's overtaking people in the pits as well. He's in 10th place now. So he's in the points and he's closing up to Neek FR12. So really nothing much happening during that period of rain, the 8 laps there. Just everyone going round and trying to stay on the track in these tricky conditions. The intermediates do work well, though, when on this game compared to last year. But looks like Neek's going horribly wide there. Looks like Boss might have a look at him. We'll have to see going on to... and he gets brilliant drive. Brilliant drive. So he's side by side with Neek now. He's going to try and make the move stick. He's up into 9th place now. He's overtaken Neek. And... oh no! Boss being spun round. And Neek carrying on. I'm not too sure what happened there. yellow flags, but ooh, I don't know what's happening there. But after the race, the stewards will have to look into that. I'm not too sure if Nick will be getting a penalty for that. Obviously, no, we haven't put the penalties on for this lobby. We've only got corner cut penalties, and we'll be putting our own penalties on after the race. So we'll have to look into that. We don't have any more footage of that accident, but it might have been lag. It might have been the side pod glitch, but we're going to have to see. But, we can't really give him too much benefit of the doubt because it did just look like he took him out. But we'll have to see. So Tom has made his pit stop on lap 19 for another set of the intermediate tyres. The intermediate is wearing out quite fast here. So he's onto the fresh intermediates, and we've seen in real life F1 at the Malaysian Grand Prix that fresh intermediates can be a lot faster than the worn intermediates. But Aarava onto lap 18, he's on the worn intermediates, he's catching Hyperlux also on worn intermediates, but I think Hyperlux is going to try and pit maybe. But Aarava, I think I'm going to give you a little inside knowledge. I think he's going to stay out for another few laps, and as you can see on the mini map, if he pit right now, he would be in traffic right now, and there would just be no point. I think it's more worth for him to stay out and to just kind of, suck it and see it and kind of try and get to the dry period, as our engineers are telling us that it's getting dry now. So Cal HD1, he's going to make his pit stop for another set of intermediate tyres. So, and also mini cherries. So everyone opting to go on a fresh set of intermediate tyres apart from Aarava. So he's making the gamble of just staying out and trying. Obviously, these guys will catch up to him eventually. But it's just about kind of, he's racing Nat and he's racing Liam at third, so he's not racing these guys. So really, he doesn't need to worry about what these guys are doing. He needs to worry about what Nat and Liam at third are doing. And at this stage of the race, it's more beneficial for him to just stay out and trying to get to that prime stage. So on to lap 20 with Boss, and he's going to make his pit stop for another set of intermediates, I'm guessing. Or he might go onto the dries. Boss having to maybe make some wild choices here. But no, he's gone to another intermediate. So I thought he might have maybe made a gamble. He's made a few gambles this race so far to try and get up the grid after that first lap collision. But no, he's onto another set of intermediates, playing it safe here, and maybe that's best for him to do. So we're coming through to the first corner now, and he's taking it nicely, and the rain still looks like it's coming down, but it stopped raining here. The engineers of the drivers telling them that it's starting to slow down, and Cal coming on to lap 20. Whoa, oh my god, Jesus Christ. So Cal, with actually quite hilarious little bump there, as his rear tyre clipped the pit wall there, and Aarava's going to come through on those really worn tyres, so surely this is going to hold up Cal horribly there. So Cal making a mistake, his rear tyres hitting the pit wall, so he's behind Aarava now on worn tyres. So we're going to have to see if Cal's going to get held up by Aarava too much here. But that was still quite funny to see, as Cal really didn't expect it, I don't think. So we're coming through onto lap 22. Cal's still very much behind Aarava, really staying behind him, as those worn tyres just aren't really up to the pace. And as you can see in the hairpin, Cal's closed up so much that he's actually pushing Aarava through the hairpin, as he's going so much faster with the extra grip. But we're going on to the back straight now, and Cal surely will have all the curves to try and overtake him. Aarava's going to use his curves, but look at those worn intermediates, just not happy tyres at all. And Cal looks like he's going to make a move down the inside. Surely this will be it. He's going to make a diving move, but no, he's locked up horribly, and he's going to go straight on. Aarava's going to come back through for second place, surely, as Cal's going to have to let him back through. But Tom 97 Feinstraat is getting in on the action, and he's overtaken Cal there, and now he's going on the back of Aarava. He's going to get some nice slipstream here. He's got no curves left, but he's going to use a bit of his curves maybe on the pit straight. He's going to try and make a move on Aarava. He's down the inside, and Cal might follow suit. He's going to make a move down the inside. I think he is. Yes, Aarava giving him room, and Cal trying to make a move down the inside, around the outside of turn 2. And Aarava understeering quite a lot there. He's going to touch Cal. They both nearly lose the rear, but Aarava's going to hold it. But no need to give the place back. Aarava was understeering, and his tyres are really going off right now. So there was no use really trying to give the place back or anything. He was going to lose the place eventually anyway. And so we're going to look at a replay now of that move from Tom's view. And as you can see there, Cal just went straight on, ploughed on actually. He just got too eager on the brakes. He wanted to brake as late as he could, and it didn't really work out for him. And so Aarava goes through, as Cal has to let him back through, but Tom takes this opportunity to overtake Cal, get a beautiful exit on that straight, and then he's going to try and overtake Aarava. He's getting a slip through, and he's put the tyres onto prime tyres, so I think it's time for primes on this lap. So this next lap on lap 20 onto lap 24, Tom and everyone else might be pinning for prime tyres, and so we're getting back with the action. Aarava continuing on after being overtaken by Cal there. He's got his teammate Hyperlux behind him. Hyperlux is the faster driver compared to Aarava, and Aarava won't want to hold up his teammates at all. So he's it looks like he's going to slow down a tiny bit. He's actually moving it clearly out of the way to let his teammate through. So obviously no need to hold up your faster teammate there. But as we could just hear, the engineer told him that it's time to pit for the prime tire. So this actually might work negatively for aarava, as that means if everyone comes into the primes, McLaren will surely have to double stack their pit crew. So that is going to be, you know, it's either going to be a good plan or disastrous for the McLaren boys. At least for aarava it will be. So now we're watching Cal coming into the pits. Tom's already previously come into the pits, and then we're going to go onto the prime tyres. Well, it looks like Cal was. Tom went onto the options, I think. Or I think he went to onto the primes as well. Going to see what aarava goes on to, and he's chosen the option tyres. And yes, he's going to have to double stack. The McLaren boys double stacking. Looks like Hyper's gone to the option tyres. And there goes Nat. Nat has gone past, so aarava has lost a place to Nat now, as he has to double stack. So aarava hasn't stayed ahead of Nat as he was at the intermediate phase. But crucially, I think he'll be getting ahead of Liam at Thurso as he's just making his pit stop there. Yeah, he's gone past. So aarava has got past Liam at Thurso, so he's ahead of him. He's lost the place to Nat, but still, he can't really complain too much. There's nothing else he could do. He had to double stack. He was going to lose too much time staying out again. So on to lap 24. Hyperdix is making a move on Cal with those option tyres, the more grippier option tyres, the yellow wall tyres. Hyperdix gone a bit wide there. Cal's giving him the room, though, onto the DRS straight. Who's going to get DRS, though? I think maybe Cal might. Yes, he will. He's going to use the curves. He's going to get back past Hyperdix. He's going to have to still give him room, as Hyperdix is still very much there. And Hyperdix might have to tuck in through this hairpin, but no, Cal breaks and locks up horribly, going over the grass. Hyperdix also having to take evasive action, so he's still on the back of him, so he's hustling and harrying him. As you can see there, Minichair's setting the pace here on the dry period, but it looks like Cal will be in danger of getting overtaken by Hyperdix on this straight. He surely will have DRS now, and using a bit of curves, he's going to dive down the inside, he's going to make the move stick. And he's Hyperdix is going to get up into 4th place, and Cal is going to get Hyperdix is going to go up into 3rd place, and Hyperdix is going to go down to 4th place. And oh, bit of a side pod glitch there, as Cal is understeering to the Hyperdix, but no harm done. Hyperdix is still being hustled and harried by Cal now on lap 28, but Nat is coming into play. So Nat with some brilliant braking there, coming down the inside of Cal, letting him know that Cal's there, that he's there, with a little nudge. But Tom is going to come through to come second. Mini Cheddars has won the preseason race. That is very ominous for the rest of the season. The championship, the championship winner of season 1 of Formula PlayStation has won the preseason race. This is a very good marker for Mini Cheddars to put down, to tell everyone that I'm here and that I'm ready to win another championship of Formula PlayStation. aarava's going to come through in a nice 6th place behind that. He lost the place there, unfortunate for him. But Boss, looks like we've got some last minute action for Boss. He's going to overtake Dragon Sniper on the last lap to get the last point on the last lap. He gets the last point in P10, and he's just about going to make the hairpin. So Boss with a brilliant diving move, and he's going to get 10th place on the last lap. So that's brilliant for Boss, really, to get 1 point after a dismal race. And he's going to come through, but no, actually, it's changed now to P11, so that's a bit weird, maybe a bit of a lag there. But Mini Cheddars has won the race, or the preseason race of Formula PlayStation F1 preseason race. That's a very ominous victory there. That's going to set down the marker. So, here are the full race results of that preseason race. Mini Cheddars, the Season 1 champion, comes through to win the pre-season race, with Tom 97 Feinstrat and Hyperdix finishing out on the podium. Cal HD1 just narrowly misses out on the podium, just 1 second behind Hyperdix, so shame for Cal there, but he just beat Nat to the line there, as look how close that is, only 1/10 in it, so Nat really did get close to getting that 4th place off Cal. aarava comes through in 6th place, getting 2 places in the race. Liam at Thurso in 7th place, good debut for him for Formula PlayStation. Own TQ128 coming in 8th place, Dragon Sniper in 9th, Boss 996 in 10th, and Neek FR12 in 11th. He was 9th, but Neek was given a 10-second penalty, as we just couldn't clarify if it was lag or not, so we just have to do it. So he's in 11th place. Neo Blitz DNF'd, he retired. I think he had a very frustrating race and just decided to retire. A bit of a shame there. It's good to see people finishing the race, so maybe next time. Mark My Weber comes in 13th place, Snoop Markey in 14th, disconnecting. A little ball in 15th place, disconnecting at the beginning of the race. Really a shame for him, but it was a fantastic race, really a really fun race for all of us here at Formula PlayStation's pre-season race. Mini Cheddars comes in 1st place. That's a really good marker, as I said, and you know, I really can't. You know, it's going to be very tough to beat him. I think he's doing really well here in the pre-season, and season 1 he did really well to come back and beat Hyperdix. But as you can see, you know, the top runners really haven't changed. We've still got Mini Cheddars, Tom, Hyperdix and Cal up there, and also hopefully Nat as well, as we could see him maybe creeping into the championship fight. So we'll have to see there, but this has been a fantastic pre-season race. I hope you guys have really enjoyed it, as I enjoyed commentating on it, and that was really a stunner with all the changeable conditions and whatnot. Brilliant dynamic weather from Codemasters here for this year's game. So, that concludes the results and this preseason race. So, the next round will be the start of the season, round 1 at the Bahrain Grand Prix, round 1 of Formula PlayStation for F1 and GP2. To message to the drivers, this first round will be on Friday the 1st of November. On Saturday we simply can't host it, so that's a message for the drivers there. It will be on Friday at 8 PM. But finally, I really hope you guys have enjoyed this video. A lot of effort went into making this video. I'm talking about 3 hours plus of editing, commentary and photoshopping and etc, etc. So please give it a big old like, comment below on what you thought, subscribe if you're new for weekly F1 and coverage of Formula PlayStation. I've been aarava. I really hope you've enjoyed this, and I simply can't wait to commentate on the rest of the season. It's going to be a fantastic season here. So, I guess I'll see you guys next time. I've been aarava. Bye-bye.